Remarkable Women, sponsored by Lazy Boy on CBS 17 News.
More than 100 entries, narrowed down to 4 remarkable local women. You've heard their stories. Now one of them will win a trip to New York City. This is a CBS 17 News special celebrating remarkable women.
Welcome to our Remarkable Women Reception special right here in Studio B at CBS 17. I'm Angela Taylor.
And I'm Joanna Himes. We're taking a break from our regular noon news hour to shine a spotlight on some incredible women here in our community and women around the world as we kick off International Women's Month.
We are so happy to have all of you here with us today. We're surrounded and honored guests in our community members. We've got members of the team here at CBS 17. We are here to honor those 4 incredible women, and we're excited to be sharing their stories with you today.
Yes, this is our way of honoring each of you and showing you just how special you are to your communities and to us. We hope you'll all stick around and celebrate with us as we share these incredible, inspirational stories.
Okay, so here to kick things off for us today, we are excited to have Mary Ann Baldwin, the mayor of Raleigh. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you. I know that all of our guests are excited to have you here, and you have a very special announcement for everyone today.
I do, and I think it's only fitting that our mayor should be a woman proclaiming
Agreed.
and doing the proclamation we're about to issue today.
Yes.
So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll spare you all that. But I do want to cite a statistic that I thought was interesting. In Raleigh, women represent 52% of the population and are significantly responsible for the health and well-being of a population that continues to grow more than 1% annually.
That's amazing.
There's we're the majority.
Yeah, I love that.
And in light of the fact that this is International Women's Month, we would like to acknowledge and support the 2020 International Women's Day theme of Each for Equal. And as such, today, I, Mary Ann Baldwin, Mayor of Raleigh, do hereby proclaim March 6, 2020 in the city of Raleigh as Remarkable Women's Day.
That's incredible.
Yes, so awesome, and we so appreciate you being here. Yeah.
And a great honor for these women who are here today that we're honoring today with this special.
Yes, it's wonderful.
And we talked about how more women are coming to our city.
Mm-hmm. I had an interesting tweet this week where there was an article and a study done, and statistics showed that Raleigh was named the #2 most progressive city for women in business.
Isn't that amazing?
That is so cool.
That's
and
very cool.
a lot of women appreciated that on social media too, and that acknowledgement, and the fact that we are a welcoming and open community. I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, and they always say to me, everybody here wants to connect me, they want to help me. It wasn't like that where I came from. So we have a lot to be excited about and blessed.
Absolutely, and I know you said earlier, the goal for this is that there's not necessarily just a month or a day dedicated to women, it's to celebrate them all the time.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to the day, and also a month that we don't have to say, oh, this is Women's Month. Mm-hmm. That every month is Women's Month, that we are on corporate board seats, we're CEOs, we're in the C-suite, we're in Congress, we're mayors. That's the goal, to take us all there to that next level. And I know that the women that you'll be honoring today are all positioned to do that.
They are. They're doing great things. Thank you so much for being here, and absolutely for this great honor for all of these women that we're honoring today. Of course, we asked you, our viewers, to nominate a woman making a difference in her community. CBS 17 received 136 entries, and our Remarkable Women Committee, they poured over these nominations. They narrowed it down to just 4. I know it was a tough decision, and today we're going to share their stories. They're sure to inspire and encourage you. We are certain you will see how these remarkable women truly are incredible.
Yeah, and make sure you stick around, because one of those finalists will receive a free trip to New York to join other remarkable women at the Mel Robbins Show. Absolutely.
That's very exciting. They're getting a whole thing going on in New York. We're also excited to have Gina Stevens with us here today from Raleigh Magazine. Thank you for joining us.
Yep. Their latest issue features our remarkable finalists and their incredible stories. So, Gina, thank you for being here, and just talk about why you chose to feature our remarkable women.
Well, I think it was an opportunity for us as a female business owner to relish in the successful women who are creating extraordinary opportunities and helping so many other people in our community, strangers, not just their communities, but reaching out and helping others. And it was a great opportunity for us to showcase these 4 women and share that we were able to share part of their letters, the nomination letters, and it gave great detail into their lives and how they've been contributing their entire life.
Yep.
Yes, we read some of those nomination letters. They're very powerful. They're very wonderful. And we have been excited to share their stories. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for highlighting these women in your magazine. We know that it's definitely an honor for them.
Thank you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, Gina. Well, don't go away. The party is still going on. We have so much more to share with you, including the stories of our 4 incredible women.
Yes, we are going to share all 4 of these stories with you coming up this half hour. We're also announcing which of these deserving women is taking home the grand prize and headed to New York City with hundreds of other remarkable women to be recognized on national TV. Don't go away.
Remarkable Women, sponsored by Lazy Boy on CBS 17 News.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm My Carolina host, Joanna Himes. We're honoring remarkable women here on CBS 17. If you're just joining us, we're highlighting 4 women you all nominated for their incredible work and dedication in their communities. We received more than 100 nominations, and our committee spent weeks poring over them. They selected 4 women who we are celebrating today. This half hour, we're sharing their stories with you. CBS 17 anchor Angela Taylor is standing by in the studio with a very special guest today. Angela?
Hey, Joanna, thank you. We do have a very special guest, First Lady of North Carolina, Kristen Cooper. We are so excited to have you here. You're joining us to celebrate all of these incredible women. And I know you are so busy, so thank you for being here with us.
Well, I'm delighted to be here with you on Remarkable Women Day.
Well, let's talk about why it's so important to recognize the women in our community.
Well, as I'm the oldest of 4 girls. I just found out you're the youngest of 3.
Yes.
I have 3 daughters. So, you know, it's informed a lot of our decision making in our family because I've been surrounded by remarkable women all my life. And I know that my husband has made it, you know, one of the cornerstones of his administration to sort of, you know, have the most, you know, women in his cabinet than we've ever had, and to also make life easier. One of my main initiatives focuses around children and their families. So he's done a lot of initiatives that have strengthened children and their families. We now have paid parental leave for all the cabinet offices and everybody's under the governor, and that is spread because you know, it's spreading out of the university system because successful private industries have noticed for years that it makes their businesses more successful, and
people are happier.
It does, and it leads to healthier babies, healthier children, and healthier families. So, you know, that's been something that he's very proud of.
And you're very proud of as well.
I am very proud of that because that's, as someone who got 3 weeks off with my first with my first birth, I know how hard that can be.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Also the pregnancy accommodations that we now make. So if you've been through a pregnancy, you know that sometimes, you know, that once a day bathroom break may not work for you.
Right.
So, and you may not be able to, you may need a chair once in a while or other things like that. And another thing that we're proud of is the salary history, taking the salary history thing out, because quite often when women or when mothers or fathers make a choice to take off a few years to stay home with their children, that can have sometimes a negative impact on their salary history. So when they go to get a new job and people look, you know, what they've been making in the past, it leads to that salary inequality that we sometimes see with women.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the work you and your husband do for our community. First Lady of North Carolina, Kristen Cooper. Thank you. Joanna?
Thanks, Angela. The first finalist we want to highlight for you all today is Etta Hull. She works every day to find better treatments for cancer, but her work isn't done when she leaves the research lab. CBS 17's Maggie Newland shows us what's driving her passion to find a cure.
In her lab at Duke, Etta Hull works to find better treatments for cancer. The reason behind the research is personal.
I want to be able to give patients like my mom hope, and so that's That's really why I do what I do.
For 25 years, Etta's watched her mother battle breast cancer.
This is a difficult situation, not just for us as young children to have a parent go through cancer, but also for my mom, who is a working mom trying to raise her 2 children and make sure that she was around for them. It's inspiring, I think, to see somebody go through that.
She's devoted her career as an immunologist to fighting cancer and improving health care, with her research at Duke as well as her work with the National Institutes of Health, where she helps approve grants for treatments that could one day save lives. But scientist is only one of Etta's roles.
She's a great cook. I think it goes hand in hand with being a great researcher at the bench. You're following recipes.
With her husband Thomas frequently out of town for work, it's often up to Etta to make sure her 2 children have everything they need, from meals to lessons to therapy for her younger son Carson, who doesn't speak. Despite their busy schedules and the boys' very different needs, the Halls make family time a priority.
Making sure that we take that set aside that time to have meals together, to go on vacations together.
And Etta and Thomas always find time to participate in the Susan G. Komen Race for a Cure.
My favorite part of the Komen is really seeing the survivors. My hope is that 25 years down the road, we have a lot more of these women that have survived and have led full lives.
She's doing everything she can to make that happen. But she doesn't take much credit for all her accomplishments.
She's very modest.
Nobody does this on their own. We're all a big team. That's what I really love about this community. Everybody comes together and tries to help where they can.
Just like her mom inspired her, Etta now inspires her children.
It makes me feel proud that she's helping other people.
I do try to be there for my kids and lead by example, and I want them to surpass me and be the best that they can be, and not just my children, but really any younger generation.
And those who know her best think she's pretty remarkable.
We're all lucky to have her.
Maggie Newland, CBS 17 News.
Unfortunately, Etta could not be here with us today to celebrate, but we thank her so much for sharing her story. We definitely see why she is a remarkable woman. Angela also had the opportunity to highlight another one of our remarkable finalists. Angela joins us now from Studio A with her incredible story.
Listen, Lisa Overcash can literally do it all. I'm not exaggerating. From a wellness coach and a yoga instructor to a published children's author. And she's doing it all while battling a chronic disease.
Yeah, say hi there.
There's not much that Lisa Overcash can't do. Married to the love of her life for 31 years, raised 4 beautiful daughters. You can hear it in her voice. Family is her greatest passion in life.
Each child just made the love grow, and we were like, let's do another.
And that same passion for family she has for helping others.
It just speaks to my heart. You know, my motivation really comes from this place of love.
She's a wellness coach, yoga and fitness instructor.
I think each of us have a unique routine, a unique recipe for us to be the best we can be.
She's also a Thai yoga practitioner and postpartum doula. And every hour that she coaches, instructs, or assists someone, she donates an hour of her time to someone who may not be able to afford it.
I feel I'm called to kind of push away the clouds, see the glory, and allow the sun to rise within their heart.
And she does it all with multiple sclerosis.
It's not who I am, it's a part of what's going on in my body.
17 years ago, Lisa was knocked off her feet with a diagnosis. She may have MS, but it certainly does not have her.
It's an invitation to see who you are and what you can do in spite of any things you cannot change. Good boy, River.
Because MS causes anxiety and balance issues,
let's go.
She uses a certified service dog named River.
Good boy, River.
And in true Lisa fashion, River doesn't just help her.
Everybody likes a hug when they don't feel 100%.
River is also a therapy dog. They visit with patients at UNC hospitals, Person Memorial, and assisted living facilities. And when someone is dying and they have no one to call, River and Lisa show up.
Those are visitations that bring joy, that bring comfort and peace during the midst of pain.
And just when you think Lisa must not have the time for anything else,
they sat side by side. Mommy told them I was a Yorkshire Terrier puppy.
She makes time to write children's books in both English and Spanish.
That's my good boy. Thank you.
They say good things come in small packages, and Lisa is proving that every day by being a remarkable woman. And we are so lucky to have Lisa here with us today. I mean, I keep bragging about you. You really have done it all. And how have you managed to continue to have a smile on your face every day?
I have to say, it's my faith that motivates me and gives me strength.
And what was really neat is when we first met, you found out that it was your mother who
Absolutely.
nominated you.
I know, right? I was just so blown away by that she took the time and made the effort and sent that in.
And and we were talking, you know, when your mom's proud of you, it's
I know, exactly. You want your parents to be proud of you, and you especially want your mom to be proud of you, because that love is so special. Both parents, but certainly for your mom.
Yeah. Well, Lisa, your story is just amazing, and we're glad that you and River, we can sort of see the top of River's head, but River is here. Hey, buddy.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you so much.
And sharing your story and letting us a glimpse inside your incredible life.
Well, it's a privilege and an honor. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, as we head to break, let's check in with our celebration of women happening right here at CBS 17. You'll get to meet the other two finalists right after this.
Remarkable Women, sponsored by Lazy Boy on CBS 17 News.
Thanks for staying with us as we honor remarkable women in Central North Carolina.
This is a Remarkable Women Day in Raleigh, as proclaimed by our mayor, Marianne Baldwin. There is no better day to celebrate 4 amazing women from our community.
Absolutely. We've loved sharing their stories, and I had the privilege of introducing you all to another one of our finalists, Stephanie Walker. She went from being a nurse to a patient, and that's when she really showed off her strength. Let's hear her story.
You know, she loves these treats.
When you meet Stephanie Walker, you may notice her humor and compassion.
Yep, Bella Boo Boo.
But even those closest to her don't always know what is really going on.
And I know she gets tired. I see it. I hear it in her voice. I see it in her eyes. But if you're not with her, you don't know that, because she's never going to let you know that she's tired.
This remarkable woman says nursing was her calling, but when the tables turned and she became the patient, that's when her true strength was tested.
I have breast cancer. I have metastatic breast cancer. It's going to kill me. I can't give it back. So I may as well learn to live with it.
Her biggest fear was that everything would happen so quickly that our 4-year-old grandson, she wouldn't be here to see him be born.
Through treatments, surgeries, and medications, she continued to work.
It's almost like having to face your mortality every day.
Eventually, doctors gave Stephanie news worse than her diagnosis.
I took me not having to work emotionally. It was harder emotionally than getting the call that I had breast cancer.
But Stephanie fought.
And she's never stopped. Yeah. She's a heck of a woman.
And found her new mission to advocate for others fighting breast cancer and to help people in underserved communities access quality medical care.
The Lord's closed that door, but He's opened another opportunity, and I'm going to help people.
Stephanie and Renee Clark worked together many years ago, and both ended up in North Carolina, right when they needed each other most.
I just went through a diagnosis of breast cancer in August of 2019. She was there for my surgery. She's been there for the radiation. All the time know what she's going through.
Since Stephanie's diagnosis, her focus has been on the quality of her life and making memories with her family.
And I know that we're in extra time.
Right.
And that she's making the most with it. You know?
When you're born with 2 dates and a dash. What you need to do is make the most of the dash.
I'm joined now by Stephanie Walker. Thank you so much for being here. It was such an honor meeting you and your husband and getting to tell your story. What is it like being honored like this?
Actually, I'm really nervous right now. Very humbled. I would have never thought
in a million years that someone would recognize what I've done.
Absolutely, and it wasn't just someone, it was your husband, John, and he sent in a beautiful letter to nominate you for this award. Give him a little love for this here.
Yeah, thank you, sweetie. I really appreciate it. We'll talk later.
Absolutely, and he did have such great things to say about you. You're making such a difference in the community and underserved medical communities. You know, tell us what your next step is.
My next step is to continue doing what I'm doing, mentoring women actually close and afar regarding breast cancer and just cancer in general, giving them a little bit of hope, motivation that, you know, having a stage 4 diagnosis doesn't actually say, you know, it's a death sentence. So you can live with it, thrive with it, and continue on.
You have such a beautiful outlook, and you are truly a remarkable woman. It's been a pleasure getting to know you.
Thank you so much.
And we have one more finalist that we are going to feature. Angela has her over in Studio B.
All right, Joe, thank you. Well, our next finalist is Alqeda Stevens. She's a North Carolina mother who's traveled the world to help others. Now she's fighting to regain her own life after a hit-and-run crash. CBS 17's Felicia Bolton has her story of survival.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Down the hall at the Duke Midtown Clinic, inside of this tiny office, Alqeda Stevens and her husband Mark are taking on a big feat. She's relearning English,
Basic.
her second language, after a hit-and-run crash.
So thankful of everybody for me and my family to help me and to pray for me and to help us with many, many things.
The couple met in Alqeda's native country of Albania more than 24 years ago. Mark was on a missions trip with his church and fell in love at first sight.
She had gotten off the helicopter there in a remote village, and I was there in the base camp already, and she got out of the Land Rover at the base camp, and I saw her. For me, it was like being stunned at first sight.
They got married, started a family, and moved back to the States to pursue their careers. Alqeda's goal? To become a nurse. Within a few years, she made it happen, learning English and getting a nursing degree from Winston-Salem State University. Then in May 2019, she graduated from Duke with a nurse practitioner's degree. But 5 days later, tragedy hit. A car slammed into her SUV. She and 2 other passengers were inside, but Alqeda took the brunt of the impact. Raleigh police say the driver left the scene.
When she was in the hospital, and you know, I was potentially going to lose my wife because she was in a very bad coma, and she had the worst coma you could possibly have.
Alqeda was in a coma for 2.5 months. Doctors said there was a slim chance she would survive. But one day, she woke up. Alqeda says support from her friends and family is what helps her get through painstaking physical and speech therapy.
I've known them since the first days of being in this country, and I've known them for 22 years that I've been here to help me, like how to speak the English, how to do a job here, how to go to work, to be a nurse and learn from them and be a friend for them as well. I'm so sorry.
But her friend Ann Derwin says they're just returning the sentiment.
She just was a role model. Everyone who had met her throughout our trip in Honduras, all the team members just noticed that she had this soft, gentle, persistent kindness.
Derwin says Alqeda always outserved others, from collecting dozens of crates of toiletries for Honduran families in need to comforting people in their final moments in life.
This is a baby boy.
Okay. Oh, baby boy, you're right, I think, actually.
So it looks like a baby boy.
Okay.
Alqeda says she draws her strength from loss. Her youngest son, Aaron, died in 2007 from lung and kidney complications at just 7 months old.
So I was a math teacher before I decided to become a nurse here in the U.S., and the second time to become a nurse came because of our second son, Aaron, which lived for only 7 months old.
His short life inspires her to make a remarkable recovery and to help other patients do the same one day. Reporting in Raleigh, Felicia Bolton, CBS 17 News.
Wow, you have definitely gone through a lot in your time. How do you remain so upbeat?
I am blessed. I am blessed by my family, my friends, my work that I've had. The whole time that I've had here in the U.S. has been a blessing to me. So that has helped me to help other people to do other things. So.
As evident by your family and friends being here with you today.
Yes, and I love them all. They're the best.
Is it hard to look back to see what all you've gone through?
One of the things that I've mentioned the most is that I feel bad that everybody, saw what happened to me, but that has made me think more that, I feel this way because I have so many people that have helped me, so I'm blessed.
Well, Alqeda, you are just, incredible. To see you standing here today and to see everything that you have gone through, you truly are remarkable.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody that has did that. Most of my friends doing that and writing that for me, so I appreciate that.
Thanks for sharing your story with
Thank
us. All right, after the break, we are announcing which remarkable woman will receive that trip to New York to meet other remarkable women from around the country. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
Remarkable Women, sponsored by Lazy Boy on CBS 17 News.
Thank you so much for sticking around with us this half hour. It is Remarkable Women Day here in Raleigh, and we are celebrating the local women you nominated during the month of January. We asked you to nominate women who really stood out in their community, doing great work and making a huge difference.
So a committee picked 4 of them. We invited those women and their families to join us for the announcement of the winner. In just a moment, you'll find out which one of them is headed to New York to join other remarkable women from across the country. And as you heard earlier, Mayor Marianne Baldwin declared today Remarkable Women Day, which is
so exciting.
Pretty remarkable. How many times can I say that? All right, we have our station. Our station's GM, our general manager, Byron Gandy, with us. Thank you so much, Byron, for this. And just talk about why CBS 17 and our parent company, Nexstar, felt like they needed to talk about women and promote women.
Well, look, the remarkable thing about this is today is events like this are happening in 43 states now.
Wow.
117 television markets across the country celebrating the remarkable women around this country. So to be able to be a part of that today, to be able to tell these kind of stories today, these remarkable stories about these remarkable women, is very important. Never mind the International Women's Day that's on Sunday, or March and the focus on women and the things that we're doing. It would be nice if we could celebrate these stories all the time, right?
Absolutely.
And celebrate more and more of these stories. When you watch these stories, you just become inspired. And you think it would be nice to see more of this. So maybe it's the start of something else, too, as we continue to move forward.
Yeah, and you
It's
were
just a
really
wonderful
involved with this process. You went through all the nominations with the committee. You really helped narrow this down to 4. So tell us about these 4 women and why they really stood out.
Well, they're all remarkable. When you start going through all of the list, you feel very much like an underachiever.
Absolutely. Right?
To be honest, you feel that way?
There's a lot I need to do.
When you start looking at all of these.
Yes.
And so it was a tough choice, but it was all done through certain formula and certain math, so we would make sure we were as objective as possible about picking. But everyone is a winner. Everyone who is nominated is a winner today. And we're all winners to have these folks with us each and every day.
Yeah, we are, absolutely. And we are so excited. Now is the moment we've all been waiting for, the announcement of our winner. Of course, we highlighted all 4 of our finalists here with you this half hour. You got to hear their stories. And of course, we are so excited to announce that our winner is Lisa Overcash. Thank you so much. Come on up here.
How about a big round of applause for Lisa?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Lisa.
Absolutely.
I had the honor of getting to meet Lisa and share her story, and it was every time I thought that you had gone above and beyond, you did something else on top of it. I mean, from being a wellness coach to being, you okay, River? He says, I'm not sure where to be. You know, she does all the things that she does in her life.
He just wants to be with us.
With multiple sclerosis. You're a children's author. I mean, what can't you do?
I don't know. I have this calling, I think, and I just listen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just listen.
And we have some flowers here for you. Byron's going to give these to you. We appreciate it. We hope you're so excited. Are you excited for your trip?
I'm kind of speechless. I mean, remarkable. I'm just trying to live my life and it become noticed by somebody. I looked up remarkable. It means extraordinary and unique. I'm like, wow.
You definitely are.
You guys think that about me? I am totally blown away. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy Mel Robbins.
Yes.
Wow.
And we look forward to seeing you on television in the 3rd week of March. we'll have more details on that. So enjoy it.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys all for being here with us today and honoring these remarkable women. We hope you appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us.